Okay. Okay. So, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So, I welcome you all to chapter number 2 today. Chapter number 2 is called Gita Saramsa or summary of Gita. Okay. So, let's start today's discussion. Yesterday, we have read 5 reasons for Arjuna for not fighting. Okay. So, let's start today. What is there in Gita for us today? Okay. So, let's see. So let's start with Guru Pranamantra. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manoabhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadavaitam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamcha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshitarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे So the teachings is based on the teachings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. We pay our humble obeisances unto His lotus feet so that His teachings of Bhagavad Gita we can apply in our life. Okay. So let's start today's chapter with the summary of first chapter. So first chapter mnemonic was doubt. So we have seen what is the mood of Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana. So they were in fearful mood. What is going to happen, they don't know. Okay, because they are in other side of Krishna. So when we take shelter of Krishna, then we are secure. Okay, then then we are secure. And if we are not taking shelter of Krishna, then we are insecure, fearful mood. Everything was there, which you have read in two people, Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana. Then we have seen the ominous result. The result, actually, before starting of Bhagavad Gita, before starting of the Yuddha only, it was declared. Many signs were there that Pandavas are going to win. So we have that scene in the second part, that is, oh, ominous result. Uncertainty and bewilderment. Arjuna saw the two sides of the army and he got bewildered. Then last point, the turning point, 5 reasons for Arjuna for not fighting. Okay. So Arjuna gave 5 reasons. What were the 5 reasons? Can anyone tell me in the chat box? What were the 5 reasons for Arjuna for not fighting? Yes, quickly, please. One person can tell one reason like this, like that. Okay, so we have blood relation, compassion is one. Okay, compassion, loss of enjoyment is another. Okay, then sin to relatives by killing, fear of sinful reaction, that is called fear of sinful reaction. Okay, Bhavana Mataji has written correctly. Indecision is one. Okay, and then fear of sinful reaction, indecision, fear of sinful reaction, loss of enjoyment, destruction of family tradition. Okay, so these were the 5 reasons. Yes. Yeah, welcome Purva Mataji. Again, nice to see you. This is your second session, I think. Okay. So these were the 5 reasons for Arjuna for not fighting. So now we are going to start today's discussion, that is chapter number 2 today. So key subject for today's discussion. What we are going to discuss today's chapter. So the mnemonic is Gita, Gita. So you see the summary of Gita. Chapter name is summary of Gita, and mnemonic is also Gita. So actually mnemonic is also easy to remember. First chapter was doubt. Second chapter the Gita. First chapter, Sanya Nirikshan Yog. Second chapter, Gita Saransa name. Okay. So we are going to see Gita. So first we are going to see Guru. So what is the need of Guru? What are the 3 phases of realization? Okay. So that we are going to see in first part. Second part, identity. What is our identity? Who we are actually. Okay. So we are going to discuss in detail our identity. Actually, Krishna discussed, so we are discussing. Third part, 2 dharma. So actually we have 2 identity. So 2 dharmas are also there. So we'll discuss in detail the Swadharma and Nitya Dharma. And the last is Atmaram, a person who knows his identity. What is the symptom of those person? Okay, Atmaram, a person who is self-situated. What is the symptom of those person? So we are going to see today. A very nice chapter. Okay, so let's start today the Gita Saramsa with the mnemonic Gita. So let's start with first part, that is Guru. So we are going to see first part, Guru, that is stages of realization. Okay, so first question from my side. Okay, is our vision perfect? Can we see God? So that is one question. So actually you see this picture is showing one tree. Can you see parrot in this tree? Hey, not here. Can we see parrot here? Anyone who is there who can see this picture? No, no one can see. Yes, Oppo, one person is saying yes. Actually, no, we cannot see. Where is parrot here? We cannot see. Okay. So the thing is, this tree is very distant. This tree is very far away from us. Okay. So we are not able to see the parrot because parrot is also green, tree is also green. We are not able to see. But when we go near to the tree, we are able to see the parrot also. Okay. So based on our distance, we can realize that there is one parrot. Okay. So that is the basis of our, that is the distance. Okay. Based on a distance, we analyze things. Okay. So actually, realization of absolute truth is also on the stages of realizations are also there for the realization of absolute truth. Okay. So you will find many people who will fall under some category, under one category. So let's analyze all the 3 phases of realization, stages of realization. Okay. So the most basic stage of realization is called Brahman effulgence. You will find many people, they will say, God is just like an energy. Absolute truth is like an energy, just like an energy who is pervading everywhere and is meant. Just 1 second. Okay. So the most basic phase of realization is Brahman effulgence. You will find many people, they say, Lord is just like an energy. There is no form of Lord, just like an energy. He maintaining everything. He's just like an energy in a form of light. Many people you will find. Okay. So that realization is called most basic stage of realization. That is called Brahman effulgence. Okay. So that is one phase. And above that, or better than that, it's called the Paramatma phase. Paramatma phase means many people you will find, they will say, Lord is there in form of Paramatma inside our heart only. Okay, we need to meditate on the Paramatma form. Lord is there inside. Lord is there, but he is inside only. Okay, so Lord is there inside and in the form of Paramatma. So many people you will find, they will say that Lord is there in the form of Paramatma in our heart. Okay, so that is the Paramatma form. We need to meditate on that form. So Lord, that is the second stage of realization, that is called Paramatma form. Third, or the most perfect form, is called Bhagavan phase. Okay, where the Lord is there pervading everywhere. He is pervading outside also. He is maintaining everything in form of Brahman effulgence or energy. He is inside our heart also in the form of Paramatma, and he has a personal form also, that is called Bhagavan. And every Paramatma form or Brahman form comes from the Bhagavan form. That is the most perfect phase of realization. Okay. Okay, just getting a call from hospital. Okay, so let's understand this by an example. Imagine that this is a daytime. Okay, so daytime is there. So outside you can see, you are sitting in your room. So outside you can see there is sunlight. Some light is there, not some light. Some light is there. Okay, so you can see that some light is there. But from where the light is coming, what is the form? Means what is the source of light? We cannot understand that. Okay, because we are sitting in the room. So when we go to the balcony, we'll see, okay, this light is coming from a sun disk. So some disk is there. From there, all the light is coming. That is called this light is coming from sun disk. Okay, and if you are able to go near to the sun disk, you will find there is one person sitting on the sun. That is called sun god. Okay, so based on our distance, okay, how much information we have about the Lord, we have different phases of realization. Okay, so the Brahman effulgence is compared to the sun sign. We are sitting in the room and we are seeing some sun sign is there. That is Brahman effulgence. Then Paramatma form, the sun disk. Okay, when we see that the source of this light is the Paramatma or the sun disk, and the Bhagavan form, the sun god, a presiding deity is there who is sitting at the sun, who is maintaining the sun. Okay, so that is the thing. Whose videos is on? Okay, so that is the three phases of realization we have understood. So one more example I'll give you. Okay, so you're standing on one railway station. Okay, so train is not there, train is yet to come. So before the train comes, there will be sound of the train. So we'll see, okay, you will hear that, okay, some sound is coming, but you are not seeing the train actually. When train start coming, you will see that, okay, this sound is coming from the train. Okay, so actually the sound is, the source of the sound is train only. Okay, But when the train comes near you, you will see that many people are also sitting on the train. The sound is compared to the Brahman effulgence, and the Paramatma form. The train, when it start coming, it is compared to the Paramatma form. And when you see the people sitting in the train, Bhagwan form. Okay, that is the phase of realization. Actually, it depends on the distance, how much distance we are. Okay, so that is the thing. So the basic phase is Brahman effulgence. The second phase is Paramatma, and the most perfect form is Bhagwan form. That is the stages of realization. Okay. So how we can understand that? With the assistance of a bona fide guru. Some people they may be finding the Brahman effulgence form. Some people they are dedicated to the Paramatma form. If we have the bona fide guru, we can understand the Bhagwan form. Okay. One more meaning is there of the Bhagwan word. What is the meaning? So the word is made from two words. That is called Bhag, and that is called Van. Two words, one and two. Bhag means the opulences. Okay, opulences. Like 6 opulences are there. Rich, strength. You can see in this side. Richness, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge, renunciation. There are 6 stages are there. And Van, a person who have all this quality in full, that is called Bhagwan. Krishna has all this quality in full. You can see the word all is written. All rich, all strength, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, all renunciation. All these 6 quality in full, which if it is present in one person, that person can be called as Bhagavan, and Krishna is that person. That's why Krishna is called as Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. In Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna is saying, it is Ved Vyas is writing Arjuna Uvacha. When Sanjay is saying, it is written Sanjay Uvacha. When Dhritarashtra is saying, it is written Dhritarashtra Uvacha. When Krishna is saying, it is not written Krishna Uvacha. It is written as Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Okay, why the word Bhagwan is used? Because he has all the richness, all the strength, all the fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation in full. And that person can be called as Bhagwan. And Veda Vyas is a realized person, is a learned person. He is telling Krishna as Bhagwan. Okay, so that is the thing. So now we are moving to importance of Guru. Importance of Guru 2.7. So 2.7, the importance of Guru. So the 3 phases of realization we have understood. Okay. So now let's see 2.7. Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava prishchami tvam dharma sammudha cheta yashreyasya nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyate hamsadimam tvam prapannam. So Arjuna is saying, now I am confused about my duty and I have lost all the composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. Arjuna is saying, Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava. Karpanya. Karpanya means conjuice or a person who is miser. Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava. His swabhava, his his swabhav has become like a karpanya or miser person. Why he's saying, Arjuna is saying about himself about like karpanya. Prishchami tvam dharma sammood cheta. I am in dharma sammood stage. Indecision mode. I cannot decide now. Dharma sammood stage. My chetana, my cheta, okay, chetana has become dharma sammood. I'm not able to decide, and I'm surrendering to you now. Yes, Shreyasya nishchitam bruhitan me. Yes, Shreyas. What is Shreyas for me? What is best for me? Please tell me. Shishyate aham sadhi mam tam parpannam. Sishyate aham. Shishya. I'm becoming your Shishya. Okay. So you see, Arjuna is saying, now I'm confused about my duty. Dharma Sammood stage. I am in Dharma Sammood stage. And my swabhava has become like karpanya, like a kanjus, like a miser. I'm not able to decide what is to be done, what is not to be done. That is our condition. We are always in this condition. Okay. Shishyate ham sadhi mam tam prapannam. Then what Arjuna is doing? Arjuna is just surrendering himself to Krishna. Okay, taking shelter of Krishna. Krishna was himself present in front of him, and Arjuna was in this condition. He is surrendering to Krishna. Okay, like this, our condition is also there. We are also in the same condition every day, every time, fighting between the demoniac and divine part. Okay, and we are also in Dharma Sammood stage daily, always. Okay, Arjuna surrendered to Krishna. What we need to do is, we also need to surrender to Krishna. Okay. So that is the importance of Guru. And Guru means a person who is representing Krishna, who is following the teachings of Krishna, who is understanding the teachings of Krishna, and who is utilizing the teachings in their life. He is following the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita in his life. Okay. Who has seen the truth? Who is following actually the Bhagavad Gita? That person is Guru, and that person can guide us. Okay. So what we need to do is humbly surrender and ask for guidance. Okay. We are also in Dharma Sammood stage. We need to ask from a Guru. Or Bhagavad Gita is there in front of us. Arjuna surrendered. Okay. So that is the thing. So we need to surrender. Okay. Second part, we are going to see the identity. So now Krishna is going to speak about our identity. So Arjuna till now, Arjuna surrendered to Krishna. And now Krishna is going to start the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna is starting first with this thing. Okay. Who am I? Who are we actually? So what is our identification? Two identification. One is called real identification versus identity crisis. Real identification versus identity crisis. Real identification means the thing which which is our real identity, versus identity crisis, the thing which is always changing. So let's read the sloka and try to understand this. Dehino yashmin yatha dehe kamaram yavanam jara tatha dehantara praptir dhiras tatra namuhyati. As the embodied soul continuously passes in his body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. The soul is continuously changing the body after the death. After the death, the soul will take another body. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. So the body is also changing from the boyhood to youth to oldhood, and after oldhood, another body. So actually the body is not constant. Actually the body is changing. And soul is passing through all the stages of the body. And after the death, he will take another body. So actually we have two identity. One is called real identification. That is our soul. We are the soul, not this body. And one is called identity crisis. The crisis means which is changing every time, which is not constant. This body is changing every time, not a constant thing. It is changing from boyhood to youth to old age, and after that, it is totally changed. Okay. So actually, this body is changing every time, every second. Many cells are dying, many new cells are being created in this body. Actually, the second, 1 second before, the person which I was, the body which I was, the body is now changed. Many cells died, many new cells has formed. After certain time, I can see the change. Okay. So the thing is that this body is continuously changing. So if this body is continuously changing, Who am I then? So I am not this body because I am not changing. Okay, I'm the soul. That is called real identity. And one is called identity crisis. Real identity, that I am the soul, which is continuously passing through the different phases of the body, like boyhood, youthhood, and oldhood. And this body is identity crisis, which is changing every time, every second. Okay, so like that. So you see this picture, the soul is being depicted here like this. It is being present in every body like that same, but this body changing. This person is different, this person is different, this person is different, this person is different, but soul is equal in every body. Okay, like that. So our identity is real identity, soul, and one another identity is called identity crisis, that is this body. So let's understand with an example of body and soul. Within story is there. So let's try to understand this within story. So you can see in the picture a old lady is there and one parrot is there. So old lady was there, no one was there in the home of the lady. Okay, the lady was like alone in the home. So she wanted someone to have in the home so that she can talk with that person. Okay, so she went to the market. She bought one parrot, very nice parrot. She thought, I will talk with the parrot. Okay, and she bought one golden cage also for the parrot. The cage was of golden. The golden cage was there, very nice cage. Okay, so she was so much. Then she started. She took the cage and the parrot at home. Okay, and she will clean the cage daily. She will nicely clean the cage daily. Okay, but after a certain time, after like 7 days or 1 week, the bird died. You see the bird? The bird died, and she is cleaning the cage. Okay, so that is the thing which is shown here. Can you tell me? Can you guess why the bird died? So we have answered like lack of freedom, because she didn't take care of the bird. Instead, she was taking care of the cage. No care, no freedom. She didn't feed the bird. Unhappy due to freedom, isolation. Lady was not feeding the bird. Bird might be fed up of living in the cage and was unhappy, as everyone love freedom. Lack of love, as parrot is spatial species who need love and affection because of imprisonment and away from the relatives. Okay, so many answers we have. Okay, the actual answers, many of you have told that she didn't fed the bird. She was cleaning the cage daily, but she was not feeding the bird. Okay, the cage is important, the bird is also important. Both things are important. We have to take care of the both. Bird cannot live in a dirty cage. Okay, so we have to take care of the cage also. We have to take care of the bird also. If you are not feeding the bird, bird will die. Same thing we are doing with us. Okay, we are not this body, we are soul, and we are not taking care of the soul. We are on the body platform only. We are cleaning the body daily. We are taking care of this body daily. We are nourishing. We are taking food, nourishment. We are giving this to this body daily. But actually, we are not giving anything to the soul. We are not nourishing the soul. Okay. So that is the real thing. That real identity we are not taking care of. And identity crisis, we are so much attached that we are taking care of those identity crisis only. Okay, so that is the story of bird and the cage. Okay, so what is the nourishment for the soul? For nourishment for the body is there. Okay, many food items we have, cold drinks and those things, drinks, fruit drinks, many things are there. vegetables, drinks, many things are there. Okay. So we nourish our body with that. We clean our body daily. Morning, evening, we'll go for the bath. Okay. We'll clean our teeth daily. Okay. But what about the soul? We are not nourishing actually the soul. What is the nourishment for the soul? Nourishment for the soul is chanting the holy name. How? Soul is part and parcel of the super soul. Super soul is there. Lord is there, the super soul. And soul is part and parcel of the super soul. Okay. So when we attach ourselves to the super soul, actually the soul get nourished. Like a bird is, like a fish is there. Fish is kept out of the water. Okay. The fish will be in distress. What the fish wants? Only water. If you give pizza to the fish, fish won't eat. If you give samosa to the fish, fish won't eat. Puri, kachori, halwa, nothing. Fish only want water. Okay, like the same thing. Soul is part and parcel of the Supreme Soul. When the soul is away from the Supreme Soul, whatever you give to the soul, soul is not happy. Okay, only thing needed is connection with the Supreme. So chanting, when we chant the holy name, we actually connect ourselves with the Supreme. Okay, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which we tell before the starting of the class, is actually the name only. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nourishment for the soul. Krishna, you know, okay. Hare means energy, energy of Krishna. So energy of Krishna is Radharani. Okay. Ram is also Krishna only. Ram, Krishna, same only. Hare means energy, means energy of Ram, energy of Krishna, anything you can tell. So every word you see, every word is name. Okay. So that is the important. Chanting the holy name in the form of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very important. And actually it nourishes our soul. And when we feel nourishment, we feel happy. Okay. So that is the thing. We take care of too much of this body. We are not taking care of this soul. Okay. So that was the thing. So some more important points are something, some important qualities of soul. That soul and body are different. Soul and body is different. Soul is different, body is different. They are not same. Soul dimension is also mentioned. 10,000 part of the tip of the hair. You take hair, okay? So like this hair is there. So one tip you take and put in the grinder. Make 10,000 parts of the hair tip. One part will be equal to the soul. Such a tiny dimension of the soul is that, okay? So that is mentioned 10,000 part of the tip of the hair. Next, we are eternally spirit soul inhabiting in temporary body. This body is temporary. It will be changing. And we are eternally spirit soul. The problem with us is we are identifying ourselves with the temporary body only, not with the soul. Okay, that is the problem. Then soul takes another body at the time of death. After that, soul will change the body. Okay. My question now again. 3 pictures you can see. One cycle is there, one motorcycle is there, one car is there. Question. Are these 3 pictures same? Yes or no? So every person is saying no. Some people are saying yes. Okay, same. All are vehicle, so it's same. I'm not saying all are vehicle. I'm saying all these 3 pictures same. Yes, all are the land vehicle. Okay. Actually, these 3 pictures are not same. Okay. Let me ask one more so that you can understand. This picture and this picture, is it same? No, actually not same. But if this person is seeing a childhood picture of himself, he will say, okay, this is me. When I was a child, I was looking like I look like this. Okay, this is me. This is my picture. Same thing. This cycle and this car is different. But when this car is seeing this picture, this cycle, the car is saying, okay, see this. This is me. Okay. So actually we are totally changed. No relation. Every time the body changing. Actually, we are not this body. We are this soul. Okay. What is common in these three pictures? The driver is common. Actually, this body changing every time. That is called, these three are our identity crisis. The driver is our real identity. The soul is our real identity. Okay. So that is the thing. Some difference. Body is matter, soul is spirit. Body is not conscious. Actually, this body is dead. Nothing living in this body. The living thing or the consciousness is the soul only. Due to soul only, the body has consciousness. If there is no soul, there is no life, no consciousness in this body. As soon as the soul leaves this body, the body dies. So body is not conscious, soul is conscious. Body changes every time. We have seen this. But soul doesn't change. Body is temporary, soul is eternal. Body is dead, soul is alive. And we are so much attached to this body. Okay, so that is the thing. Body and soul, the difference. So body and soul is totally different. For the bodies, we have so many species are there. 84 lakh species of lives are there. Okay, and the soul will take different body according to our different desires. How the soul change the body, we'll learn in 8th chapter, we'll learn in 15th chapter, which describes the law of transmigration of the body, how the body choose, how the soul is choosing the body. Okay, so that we'll learn in 8th chapter and 15th chapter. So 84 lakh species are there, and body will change. The soul will change the body. Okay, so that is the thing. So now, next part in identity is, one must perform prescribed duty regardless of difficulty. These duty purify and elevate. Okay, how? Let's learn from this sloka 2.14. Matra sparsa tu kanteya shitoshna shukh dukkhadah agama paino nitya stamta tikshva bharata. Agama apaino anitya. Okay, very important. These three. Agama apaino nitya. Okay. So matra sparsa tu kanteya shitoshna shukh dukkhadah. Sukha and dukha are like Situ and Ushna. Sheet means the winter climate and Ushna means the summer climate. So this Sukha and dukha are like winter and summer climate. It will come and go, come and go, come and go. And it appears from the contact of the senses, sense perception. Okay, the Sukha and dukha appears from the sense perception. Matra sparsa tu kanteya. Okay. Agama apaino anitya. These are non-permanent. Agama apaino anitya. They are non-permanent. They will come and go, come and go. It is changeable. Okay. So thing is, O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of summer and winter season. Summer and winter season, they will appear and disappear. Similarly, the happiness and distress will also come and go, appear and disappear. How they arise? They arise from sense perception, matra sparsa, O Sayana Bharata. And one must tolerate them without being disturbed. The word is tolerate. Titikshva. Titikshva means tolerate. So outside circumstances will be changing. This material world will be changing every time, every second, every day. Just like winter and summer seasons are there, they will change, they will keep changing. Okay. Similarly, the Situ and Ushna or Sukha or Dukha are like changing every time. So what is our duty then? Our duty as a soul is not to be distracted through the changes. It will be changing. It is known that it will be changing. But what is our duty? We have to perform our duty. Okay, prescribed duty. We should not be bewildered by outside change. We should be constantly focused on our prescribed duty. Okay, and one must learn to tolerate them. We should tolerate them and we should be doing our duty. That's it. Outside environment will be every time changing. We cannot be so much affected by outside environment. What we should do is we should tolerate them and we should be doing our duty. That's it. Okay. So that is the thing. Like this body always changeable. Okay. So destruction of body is also inevitable. Destruction is there. Okay. Destruction will be there in this body. So we should not be too much attached to this bodily concept. We should not be too much attached to the outside environment, which is always changing. Okay. We should be attached to our soul platform, okay, which is eternal. not changeable. Okay, so that is the thing. Now soul's characteristics, few more characteristics. Na jayate mrite va kadachin nayan bhutva bhavita va na bhuyah ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Very beautiful slope. How beautifully Krishna is describing very nice concept that we are not this body, we are soul. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin. Jayate means birth, mriyate means death. Na means no. There is no birth or no death. Kadachin, anytime. There is no birth or death anytime for the soul. Nayam bhutva bhavitava na bhuya. There is no past, no present, no future for the soul. Ajo nitya shashvato yam purano. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing. Shashvato. Ayam purano, primeval. The last line, very nice. Na hannate hannemane sharire. Hannate means killing. Na hannate hannemane sharire. If you are hannemane sharire, if you are killing the body, na hannate, soul is not going to die. So when you are killing the body, soul is not going to die. There is no birth, no death for the soul anytime. Kadachin. Okay, so let's read the sloka, translation. For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. Okay, that is the characteristic of the soul. Satchidanand. Sat means Satya. Chit and Anand. Okay. Sat means Satya, eternal. Chit means knowledgeable, and Anand means blissful. That is the characteristic of the soul. Satchidanand, eternal knowledge and blissful. Then what is death? That is the soul's characteristics. So death happens to the body only. What happens at the time of death? This sloka describes very beautifully. Vasam sijirnani yatha vihaya navani grihnati naro parani tatha sharirani vihaya jirnani anyani samyati navani dehi. As a person puts a new cloth, new garment, giving up the old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless one. Okay, as the body changes, the soul changes the body. Okay, after the death, just like we change the cloth, one cloth is torn, one cloth is old, we'll take up new cloth. Similarly, the soul will also take up the new body. Okay, but now when our body is old, when our body is not old enough, so the soul will take another body. Okay, so that is called death. Death means just changing of the body, nothing else. But we are too much attached to the bodily concept that we are not able to digest the fact that we are changing the body. Okay, so that is death. One more characteristic. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka, na chainam kledayanto apo, na shoshati marutaha. The soul can never be cut into pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, not withered by wind. Any material thing cannot harm the soul. Okay, and actually we are soul only. Anything can harm the body. Anything in this material can harm the body. But soul cannot be harmed by these material things. That is very important. You see, just one information that we are not this body, we are soul, gives us so much fearlessness that anything can be done to the soul, but body, anything can be done to the body, but soul, we cannot do anything. Okay. How nicely Krishna is describing about the characteristic. Few more characteristics are also there in different slokas, like soul is an individual, soul is indestructible, soul is eternal, immeasurable, immovable, all-pervading, unchangeable, invisible, inconceivable. Okay, so these are some few characteristics of the soul which is mentioned in different slokas. Now about the reincarnation or rebirth. Okay, what happens after death, rebirth? Okay. Jatasya hi dhurvo mrityu dhurvam janmamritasya cha tashmada pariharyarthe natvam shochati arhasi. Jatasya hi dhurvo mrityu. Jatasya means the person who has taken birth. Hi dhurvo mrityu. Dhurva means the fact. This is a fact that the person who has taken birth, he will die. Mrityu. Dhurvam janmamritasya cha, and a person who has died, he will take the birth again. That is also a fact. Okay. So you see, one who has taken birth is sure to die, and after death, one is sure to take birth again. Reincarnation. Okay. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament. You should be doing your duty. Okay. So that was the thing. So that is the identity part we have seen. Now we are going to see the two dharmas associated with the two identities. So what is our real dharma? Two dharma we have. One is called the Swadharma and one is called Sanatan Dharma. Swadharma means a specific occupational and worldly duty. We do duty for our body. We have to take care of this body. This body is a gift from Lord for self-realization. So we have to take this body, care of this body. Okay. So for that we need to work. For that we need to do many things. So that is called Swadharma. That is called a specific occupation and worldly duty. Okay. So we have to do that. That is also important. It is not like that we should leave that Swadharma. It is not like that. We have to do that also. Okay. And one more important thing is there that is called Sanatan Dharma. Eternal occupation and spiritual duty. Spiritual duty, self-realization. We are part and parcel of the Lord. We should be attaching ourselves to the Lord. That is Sanatan Dharma. Swadharma and Sanatan Dharma. Both dharma are important. But people nowadays are too much attached to the Swadharma. They are forgetting totally the Sanatan Dharma. Okay, that should not happen. Okay, so that is the thing. So one more thing is there. Our dharma must bring to Krishna consciousness. Whatever dharma we are following, our dharma must bring ourselves to Krishna consciousness. Our consciousness should change to become like Krishna consciousness. We should, our dharma, whatever duties we are doing, it should bring us close to Krishna. If it is not bringing, then that is not a dharma. Okay, so that is the dharma is made for the Lord God's realization. If you are not realizing the God, if it is not making ourselves close to the God, that is not a dharma. One more thing is there. Avoid typical Hindu misunderstanding. What is the meaning of this word? Very important. Okay. Avoid the typical Hindu misunderstanding. If I ask any person, are you spiritual? Yes, I am very spiritual. Why? I follow this God, I follow that God. I will go to the temple, I will do arti. Okay. I will offer Bhagwan 2 rupees and I'll ask, please give me 2 crore rupees. Okay. Please bless me with good health. Please keep my family happy. Please make me happy. I'm in distress. For that, please take 2 rupees or 10 rupees. Okay, like that. That is not dharma. That is not making us close to Krishna. Okay, that is typical Hindu misunderstanding. Yes, I am very Sola Sukravar will do, Sola Somvar will do, good husband will get. Okay, so like that. That is not the real dharma. That is not the real dharma. Our dharma must bring ourselves to Krishna. If it is not bringing, then it is not a dharma. Okay. So this is typical Hindu misunderstanding. We'll do Sola Somvar, we'll do this yagya, we'll do that yagya. Okay. Havan will do. Okay. So like that. So that is called typical Hindu misunderstanding. Okay. So Arjuna was asking, incurring this about sin. Okay. He was telling that if you are killing these people, will incur the sin. Krishna is answering. Consequence of avoiding the dharma. As a Kshatriya, your dharma is to fight. Tasmad Anushmara Yuddhacha. So you should remember me and fight. Okay. So your dharma is to fight. As a Kshatriya, you should fight for religious cause. Okay. The dharma. So consequence of avoiding dharma. And if you are avoiding the dharma, your dharma, then you will incur the sin, infamy, and dishonor. Okay, so actually you are thinking like opposite. So if you are avoiding the dharma, it will incur more sin. Okay, so Arjuna's third argument for not fighting, sin. Okay, so that was the our two dharma. Then one more sloka, 2.37. Hato va prapsasi swargam jitva va bhokshase mahim tashmaduthistva kaunteya yudya kritva nishchayaha krita nishchayaha. O son of Kunti, either you will be killed on the battlefield and attain the heavenly planet. Hato va prapsasi swargam. If you are hato means if you are losing this if you are killed, hato means hatya, or you are killed in this battlefield, Praptasi Swargam, you will attain the heaven. Swargam. Jitva va bhokshashe mahim. If you are winning this war, you will have this whole earth. Bhokshashe mahim. Whole earth will be yours. Tasmadu tishtva kaunteya yudhya kritta nishchayaha. Okay. So therefore fight. So he's saying, if you will be killed on the battlefield, you will attain the heavenly planet, or you will conquer and enjoy the earthly kingdom. So either you are losing this kingdom or losing this battle, or you are winning this battle. Both is win-win situation only. If you are losing, you will go to a heavenly planet. If you are winning, you will enjoy the earthly kingdom. So both is win-win situation. So there is no loss of enjoyment. Second argument. Therefore, get up and with determination fight. Both there is win-win situation. Okay. Your enemies will describe you in many unkind words and scorn your ability. What could be more painful for you? Your enemies won't tell that you have left this war battle because of compassion. You are too compassionate for the other living entity. They won't tell like that. They will tell that you have left this war because you have you didn't have the ability to fight. They will scorn your ability, and this will lead to the destruction of future younger generation. Okay, therefore fight and be a good example for them. Be a good example for them so that they can follow your example and they won't be diverted from the path. Okay, and if we are leaving this war, then what will happen? The future generation, they will be also misdirected because you are giving an example for them. Okay, so that is the thing. So compassion. So for the compassion, Krishna is answering, and be a good example for the future generation. Loss of family tradition, Krishna is answering. Okay, therefore fight, Arjuna. One more very nice sloka. Neha vikarma nasosti. So very nice sloka is in front of us. Neha vikarma nasosti pratyavayo na vidyate swa alpam api asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Very nice sloka. How it is describing our condition. Let's see. Neha abhikarma nasosti. Neha means no. Abhikarma nasosti. Abhikarma means in this endeavor. Naso asti. Naso means there is no loss. There is no loss in this endeavor. Pattavayo na vidyate. There is no diminution also. It's spiritual path. If you are following the spiritual path, there is no loss in this path. There is no diminution in this path. And a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Okay. So we'll discuss what is the most dangerous type of fear. Just 1 second. Someone is there. So there is no loss, there is no diminution in this path. Spiritual path, if you are following, there is no loss, no diminution. Swa alpam api asya dharmasya. Even if you are doing small advancement in the spiritual path. Swa alpa. Even small advances, if you are doing, if you are having in the spiritual path, if we are progressing in the spiritual path, and we have even done small advancement, that is not getting lost, or that is not getting diminished. And what will happen? What is the result of working in the spiritual path? Trayate mahato bhayat. Trayate means protect. It will protect us from what? Mahato bhayat. Mahan bhay, or the greatest type of fear, most dangerous type of fear. So you see the meaning. In this endeavor or the spiritual path, there is no loss or diminution. And a little advancement on this path can protect us from the most dangerous type of fear. What is the most dangerous type of fear you think in our life, or for us? What is the most dangerous type of fear? Which the spiritual, when we are doing the spiritual duties, when we are progressing on a spiritual path, that will protect us from the most dangerous path. Death. One is answer is death, 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 death. Apurva Mataji has done the class previously, so is answering. For these questions are from those who have not done the class, done the session. Okay. So answer is death, disease, old age, suffering at the time of death. For me, to lose someone close, being alone, going to wrong path, okay, caught in cycle of birth and death. Okay. The actual answer is taking rebirth here again. That is the most greatest or dangerous type of fear. Taking birth in this material world again. If we have taken this body, we are sure to die. If we have this body, we are sure to die. This body is going to be lost. Okay. This body is going to be killed. Okay. This body changing every time, every second, and at last, this body is going to be lost. That is not the greatest dangerous type of fear. How the spiritual path, if we are following the spiritual path, it will save us. The thing is, it will save us from taking rebirth again. The most dangerous type. If we have taken rebirth again, we are sure to die again. Old age, suffering, death again. Okay. So when we are doing the spiritual duty, it will protect us from taking birth again in this material world. Okay. So there is no loss in this path. And any small service done is valuable. You see this example. This is Sri Ramachandra when he was making the bridge of the stone. So many big monkeys were there. Hanumanji was there, and many people were there. Monkeys were there. They were making the bridge. They are putting the floating stone on the water. Okay. So you see, even one small squirrel was there. She was also putting little tiny stone for making the bridge. Okay. So actually, she was not doing any help to Sri Ramachandra, but Sri Ramachandra was very happy with this squirrel. Okay. Lord is Bhavagrahi. He sees Bhava. Okay. And he was very happy. The squirrel was very dear to Lord Sri Ramachandra. Okay. So that is the thing. So even a small amount of progress we are making in the spiritual path, that will protect us from the greatest type of fear, that is taking rebirth again in this material world. Okay. So if we are progressing a little bit also, it is saved. It is not getting diminished or not getting lost, and it will protect us from greatest type of fear. That is called eternal credits. Whatever we are doing in the spiritual path, that is eternal credit. Okay. So we have dharma. We are discussing the two dharma, and for a spiritual path, we have the Kali Yuga dharma. What we need to do in Kali Yuga for the spiritual, the Nitya dharma or eternal dharma or Sanatan dharma. What is that? That is chanting on the holy name. Chanting the name. We have already seen how the name is important because it connects us, the soul to the super soul. Okay, and Kali Yuga dharma is chanting only, chanting the Lord's name. Okay, we'll discuss different types of dharma in next chapter. Okay, in different yuga. Now we are going to see the last part, that is Atmaram. Okay, the person who is self-situated, the person who knows his identity as a soul, a person who knows that his body is changing every time and I'm not this body. A person who knows his two dharmas, Swadharma and Nitya Dharma, and a person who is self-realized, he is situated at the soul platform, how the person acts. Okay, so Arjuna wanted to know about that person. So he's asking the questions. So Arjuna want to know the symptoms of a self-realized person, Sthit Pragya or Samadhi person, or a Atmaram person, a person who is self-realized, who knows that who is not his body, his soul. And hence he raises 4 questions about the Atmaram person. 4 questions were, what is the general symptom? How does he speak? How does he sit? How does he walk? Okay. So what is the meaning and what is the answer? We'll see from here. So first is symptom. So Krishna tells, he is free from all worldly pleasure and material desire. A person who knows that he is the soul, not his body, he will be free from all the material things because he knows that he is not a material thing. He is a spiritual thing. So he is free from all worldly pleasure and material desire. All the material pleasure and desire will affect only the body, not the soul. Okay, so he is free from all those things. He is completely satisfied by realizing eternal servitorship to the Supreme Lord. Servitorship means servant relationship. Soul is part of the super soul. Soul is part and parcel of the super soul. So the soul, how the soul is connected to the super soul is the servitor relationship. Okay. Servant relationship. The soul is servant of the super soul. That is called eternal relationship with the Supreme Lord. So he's completely satisfied in that. Okay. So that is the symptom of self-realized person or Atmaram person. Next question. How does he speak? Speaking means how does he respond to others? How does he speak? Means how does he respond to others? Okay. So let's see. He is always steady mind and equiposed, balanced, equiposed. Okay. So external situation, anything is happening externally, he's not affected. He is equiposed. Okay. And he's always steady mind because he knows what is happening outside is not related to me, that is soul. Okay. And outside environment is always changing. Why to be so much attached to the outside environment? So he's always a steady mind and equiposed. Free from attachment, fear, and anger. He is free from fear, attachment, and anger, unaffected by good and evil. That is material things. So he's not affected by good or evil things. Okay. So that is the how does he speak, response to other. Third question, how does he sit? Sitting means how does he control the senses and mind? Sitting, how does he controlling the senses? And Krishna gives very nice restraining of the senses. Self-control yogi, just like a tortoise reacts to the situations, Atmaram similarly withdraws his senses and mind and always engages only on the Supreme Lord. Just like a tortoise is there. If there is unfavorable situation outside, the tortoise will withdraw the head and the limbs inside the cell. The Atmaram person, if he sees that unfavorable situation is there, outside situation is unfavorable, then what he will do is, he will just withdraw the senses. He won't engage the senses. He will withdraw the senses. And when favorable situation is there, when he will see the temple situation is there, the devotees are there, Haninam is going on, then the senses he will engage. Okay. So that is the thing. How does he sit? Fourth is how does he walk? Okay. Walk means where he engage the senses. So when favorable situation is there, where he engage the senses? Always engaging in his senses only on the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord. So he's engaging the senses on the Supreme Lord. So 4 questions we have seen. What is the symptom? How does he speak? How does he speak means how does he respond to other? Then how does he sit? Sit means how is control the senses. And how does he walk? Walk means where does he engaging the senses? So always engage in the service of the Supreme Lord. Okay. So that was the today's chapter. Let's summarize today's chapter, what we have learned in today's chapter. First, we have seen the Guru part. So in the Guru part, we have seen the 3 phases of realization of Lord. That is the Bhagavan form, the basic form. Second is the Paramatma form or more advanced form. And the third is the Bhagavan form or the most advanced form. Okay. Then meaning of the Bhagavan, we have seen the Bhag means opulences, 6 opulences we have seen. And a person who has all the 6 opulences in full, that person can be called as Bhagavan, and that person is Krishna. Okay. Any other person may have some fame, some renunciation, some beauty, some richness, but Krishna has all those things in full. That's why Krishna is called Bhagwan. Okay. Then second part we have, one another thing we have seen that Arjuna after that surrendered to Krishna. He becomes Sishya of Krishna. Then Krishna started speaking the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So after that we came to the second part, that is identity. So we are not this body, we are this soul. Okay. That we have seen, and we have seen the example of the bird and the cage. We have to take care of the soul. We have to take care of the bird. Okay. Not only taking care of the cage. So we have related to that. We have Swadharma and Sanatan Dharma. We have the duties towards our body. We have duty towards our soul. Okay, we have to take care of the both the things, and both of the dharma should bring us towards Krishna. If it is not bringing towards Krishna, that is not dharma. Okay, so that we have seen in the true dharma part, and the last part we have seen the Atma Ram. Arjuna asked 4 questions. What is the symptom of a person who is self-situated, or Atma Ram? So his equipoise is not affected by outside environment. How does he respond to others? Okay, how does he speak? Okay, so he's not affected by outside environment. His self-control, mind is self-controlled. Mind is controlled. Then where does he engage? How does he engage the senses? Means how does he restrain the senses? Means how does he sit? So he just withdraw the senses like a tortoise, withdraw the limbs and the head when the unfavorable situation is there. Fourth question, how does he walk? Okay, so means where does he engage the senses? He engages the senses in the service of the Supreme. Okay, so that is what we have seen in today's chapter. Last slide for our soul's nourishment. Okay, I'm unmuting everyone to just chant with me with some. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram.
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama.
Yes. So with this, we finish our chapter number 2 today. So if you have any question, you can ask in the chat box. Or you can raise the hand. Okay. So I hope you have understood chapter number 2 today. So basic chapter. It is the basic chapter. So our understanding of Bhagavad Gita starts from this chapter, and Krishna directly say, the starting only Krishna say that we are not this body, we are soul. And whatever identity we are identifying ourselves with this body, that is actually not correct. Okay, we are actually this soul, not this body. Okay, so if you have any question related to that, you can put in the chat box, or you can raise the hand so that we can take. So try putting in the chat box, so that we can quickly take many questions. Okay. Or
Darshana Mataji, please unmute.
Hello.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji. Actually, I'm a medical student. So
Okay,
it's
Mataji.
like quite, how should I manage my studies as well as these things? Like it's very confusing.
Okay. So you are confused, you want to manage your studies. So actually, the thing, why we are studying, the basic question is why we are studying.
To serve people, to treat patients.
Okay. The real answer is
and
to
for,
secure our future. Yes.
Yeah. And for ourselves
Yes.
also.
So real answer is to secure our future. But just now we have learned that our future doesn't end with this life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So our future doesn't end with this life. There is future after death also.
Yeah.
Yes. What we are doing for that future. Okay. So let me give you an example so that you can understand. Something is there which is there for one day only. Okay. And something there which is there means you are just planning for one day. Some people, they will plan just for one day. Okay. One day will eat and one day will do everything. Tomorrow, who has seen the tomorrow? Like that. So they won't plan for the tomorrow. That is not an intelligent person. Why we are studying 10th class, 12th class, medical, MBBS, PG? Why we are doing those things? To secure our future. But actually we are not seeing the real part. The real part is after that, what is going to happen? We have to secure that part also. So we have to take care of both the things. We are just not here to take care of this body. We are to take care of the soul also. Okay, the thing is like that. And more, the another thing is, in the devotion, there is you think that in devotion we have to leave all the things and we have to do just only remembering of the Lord. No, not like that. We have to take care of the both. And Krishna describe all the Bhagavad Gita, the same thing. Anushmara Yuddhacha. Krishna tells Arjuna that you have to remember me as well as do your Yuddha. Okay, how we need to do that, these things will be discussed when we start doing the Karma Yoga chapters from the chapter number 3. But actually we need to take care of the both. We need to do both. Many people will say we don't have time, but actually they have time, but they're utilizing the time in something other thing. Okay, and important things. So if you're utilizing the time in those things, it will be very difficult. Okay, so like that. So the thing is, both are important. We have to take care of both the things, but we are so much attached with the bodily concept that we are taking care of this body only. What happens after that? How we are changing the body? We learn the changing of the body, how we can secure that future. We learn that. Okay, the basic thing is chanting. I have already introduced to you. Okay, more thing we'll see when the 3rd chapter, 4th chapter we see. So what need to be done? The thing is, basic thing is chanting. At least chant one round of chanting. 10 minutes it take. 10 minutes every person is having. Okay, no one can say I don't have 10 minutes. 10 minutes every person can have. You can give that 10 minutes for your future, for realization of the soul. Okay, so that is the thing. That is the basic answer. So for what thing you are more serious? Okay, if one person says to me, okay, this is very important book, this book will come in the exam, will say, no, I don't have time. How much time I will have? That person, no, this book is very small, and this every question will ask in the exam from this book only. The intelligent person won't tell that I won't have exam. He will read that book. Okay, so the thing is, we should understand what is important, what is not important. And this is very important thing, that we have to see what the future is there even after death. We have to take care. Okay, in spiritual duties, Trayato Mahato Bhayat, we have already seen that it will protect us from taking rebirth. Okay, so that is one thing. I hope your question is answered. Simran Mata is asking, I have a question, that if there is a soul who is a continuous cycle of birth and death, then what is ghost? Is it a soul? Or if it is a soul, then why it is wandering like that? So I don't know about the ghost thing too much, but it is the situation between when we are taking when the two bodies. Okay, between the two bodies, the situation is like a ghost, a subtle type of body, maybe you can say. Okay, that thing is described in different Vedas and Purana. A person who is too much who want to have this knowledge, they can read the Garuda Purana and other Purana like that. That knowledge described there. We are concerned about the Bhagavad Gita, but very inquisitive question: what happens to the body? What is the ghost? Okay, the thing is that between the two, the taking the two body, there is one body, the temporary body, that is can be called as ghost. Okay. Sonali Mataji is asking, I am chanting every time in my mind. Still, it is important to do mala 16 times. Many times I don't get the time. I do 1 or 2 mala, but not 16. Every time in mind is difficult. Okay, mind is very powerful. Mind can deviate us anytime. Okay, when a person says, every time, what is the need? Every time I can chant. I'm chanting 24 hours. Okay. So for them, my answer will be, if you're chanting 24 hours, why not chant 10 minutes on the mala? Okay, so that is the thing. So question is it important to do 16 times? So that is not like, so the process of chanting is, you should start with minimum round, like one round, and when you are comfortable that you can go to 2 rounds, then only go. Okay, like that. So but start with 1 round. If you're not able to do 16 now, you start with 1 and 2, but minimum round you fix, like 1 round I want to do, 2 round I want to do, fix the minimum round. 2 round I will do, at least do that round. Okay, so like that. So fix a minimum round and do that. How do we balance ourselves in this generation? Focus. when we know the priority, we can balance. Okay, so that is the thing. That's why we are reading Bhagavad Gita, to know the priority. What is priority in our life? When we know the priority, we'll fix ourselves. Okay, so like that, maybe maybe we can give example, like if you have 5 types of food item in front of you. Okay, and you have only one item to eat. What you will, the most important item which you feel. Okay, like that. So the thing is, we also have limited time only. Okay, and if we are giving the limited time to so many diverted conditions, okay, which is not important, then we will forget the condition which is most important. Okay, so that is the thing. So when we know the priority, okay, like if like a housewife is there, so many works are there for housewife. But if a person says, the husband says that tomorrow morning 5 o'clock I have to catch the flight, so you wake up at 4:30 and please make some food for me. Okay, so wife will make, while wife will wake up in the morning and she will make, because she knows that is important. Okay, so that is the thing. So when we know the priority, we work according to that. Okay, we can rearrange the works according to that, based on the priority. So for that, to prioritize our spiritual life, we need to learn Bhagavad Gita, and that's what we are doing. Okay, Guruji, it is possible that the soul doesn't take rebirth. Soul has to take birth. Okay, so we have seen, when a person dies, he has to, when a person leaves one body, he have to take another body. He can take a spiritual body, he can take material body. So what works he is doing, means what desires he have, based on that he will take body, whether material or whether spiritual. Okay, body can be spiritual, body can be material. But is one person who has died is sure to take birth. Okay. What is the purpose of having this body when eventually we have to merge with the God? So there is nothing written. Soul is eternal. We have seen the characteristics of the soul. Soul is eternal. Body is temporary. Okay. So that is the thing. What is the purpose of having this body when eventually we have to merge with the God? So nowhere it is written that we have to merge in the Lord. Soul is eternal. We have seen the characteristics of the soul. Soul is eternal. Arjuna is very nice devotee of the Lord. We can say very nice devotee of Lord. He doesn't merge in the soul, okay, or the super soul. His existence is still there. He is listening to Bhagavad Gita. Okay, he was eternally a servant of the Lord. Okay, so soul, eternity, individuality is there, which is maintained, and soul is eternal. It is not like they will merge and existence will end. Okay, so there is no end of existence. Padmaja Mataji is asking, or Prabhuji is asking, what is the purpose of having this body when eventually we have to merge with Lord? No, soul is eternal, and it is individuality is maintained. We have learned the characteristic. The soul is an individual, and it has it is eternal individual. Okay, so like that. So Vishal Prabhuji is asking about the rebirth cycle. As the follower of Krishna, we believe in this process, but there are some people who say that this does not exist and it is not true. So what should we say to those who do not believe in this? Should we answer them and leave them the way they think? The thing is, depends on what they understand. So just 1 minute. The question is, some people won't understand the rebirth process. We believe in this process. The thing is, there are many scientific evidences also there, okay, for the rebirth. Okay, so there is a book called Demystifying Reincarnation by Chaitanya Charan Das Prabhu. You can read that book. Okay, there are one person is there called Ian Stevenson. Okay, he has written. He has studied 1,000 cases of reincarnation, where a person dies, he takes birth again, and he remembers his past life. 1,000 cases. Those are not possible. Okay, 4-year-old child, he's speaking about his previous birth, that I was living in that person. I have 2 children. I have 3. My wife is there. My wife name is that. Okay, and I was killed by a bullet shot, like that. So these things people tell, and when they verify the things, this is correct. So 1,000 cases he has published about the reincarnation. So you can read that. So that is the thing. So rebirth is there. That is a fact. Okay, that is a fact and scientifically proven. How we can you can understand the thing, that how a child, a small child, 4-year child, when he started speaking, he is speaking different language only. He is born in the South India family, he is speaking Bengali. How can this happen? Okay, so that is the thing. So many cases are there like that, and it proves that reincarnation is there. So if they are not believing in Krishna, they will believe later. Okay, the thing. So that is who say that this doesn't exist and this is not true. So what we should do them? Show them that this is scientific, not any mythological thing. All things are scientific. What Krishna is speaking are all beyond our sense perception. Okay. Who do not believe in this, should we answer them or leave them the way they think? The thing is, we should tell them, okay, this thing is not there. Okay, and we should be strong. First, we should be strong that these things are there. Okay, then only we can convince other people. If we are not believing, then how we can convince the other people? Okay. Okay. What is the significance of second chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Significance is that we are not this body, we are soul. Okay. Practical application in our body. We have not the duty towards only our body. We have duty towards our soul also. Okay. That is the significance. We have to chant. We have to take Lord's name. We have to attach ourselves to Krishna. What are the 5 most important lessons that we should learn from this chapter? Kindly enlighten. So I already told you. Their summary is there. Okay. The mnemonic is also there. Everything is teaching you something. We have to surrender to God when we are in the distress condition. We have to surrender. Okay, we have to take care of shelter of Krishna. We have to take shelter of the gurus. Okay, bona fide guru. Okay, we are not this body, we are soul. We have to act according to that. How should we pray for our soul after its death, after our body died? Why after? We have to work now only. Okay, we learn in 8th chapter what we have to do now. Okay, why after that? Now only we have to act. Please suggest to jump Hare Krishna Mala. I will in 6th chapter when we do the 6th chapter. Okay, till that time you can chant with us. When the class starts, chanting will be there. Okay, you can do chanting with that. Can you please say about Swadharma? Swadharma means our bodily duty. We have to work in office. We have to go to work to our office to maintain our body. This body is gift from Lord. We have to maintain that. Okay, so that So we have to work for that. We have to take care of the family. We have to take care of the children. That is Swadharma. But we don't have to engage too much in the Swadharma, and we don't have to leave the Sanatana Dharma. Okay, both dharma is important. What is the importance of Gaur Purnima? So Lord, so Gaur Purnima is Lord Krishna incarnated in Kali Yuga in form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is golden incarnation. That is called golden form of incarnation. Okay, and that incarnation was there in the Gaur Purnima only, this day only. So that is the importance of today's. Okay, Gaur Purnima. So that was the things. Okay, we don't have any questions. So okay, so we'll end the session today because already it's 1.5 hours. So we'll meet tomorrow again with third chapter. Okay, third chapter, very nice, very important. We'll learn tomorrow. Okay, yes. So I'll unmute every person just to
Thank you,
say Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Krishna
Krishna
devotees.
Prabhuji.
Thank you,
so
Prabhuji.
much, Prabhuji.
Vancha kalpatarubhasha
Thank you,
kripa sindhu
Prabhuji.
Krishna
bhavevcha.
Prabhuji.